Hey, this is Sasha Evdokov, and thanks for joining me here at BackstageIncome.com, where I share with you how money is made behind the scenes in your business and also your life. Now, in today's video, what I'd like to do is share with you headline formulas that you can personally create and use them to convert your visitors, your buyers, your readers into future prospects, or take your visitors to that next stage, whatever that next stage is. Because headlines are everywhere, whether that's in your title, in your videos, whether that's your call to action that you're using at the end of your videos to send people to your website, or even your email subject line. They are used everywhere. And if you can learn how to create these powerful headlines, then you'll be better off to continue to move your prospects or move your visitors to that next stage and guide them along the process. So in order to get this started to come up with these headline formulas, what I want to do is go ahead and write down some trigger words that I can pull from to connect with my audience, with my readers, with my buyers, or future prospects. All right, so here what I've done is come up with a few different trigger words. So I have top X or top 10, it's a number, urgency and fast because of speed, lose and gain, with or without, save and earn, social, and money. Now, there's a lot of other trigger words that you can go ahead and use, but the goal here is to constantly use an emotional connection, a trigger that you can connect with to the buyer. Because in the end, remember that the people are looking for a benefit that they can get from your product and from your service. They're not looking for a feature. So as we break these features, advantages, and benefits down, if you haven't heard of this concept before, let me share that with you. All right, so many people, they purchase things based on how it benefits them. However, when you're connecting with your buyer, with your prospects, a lot of salespeople or people in business, they sell the features. So what's the difference between these features, advantages, and benefits? Well, the features is something like, if you're a salesman for a car, this would be the AC unit. So think of this as a spec or a specification on a spec sheet. So this is something that's in the car, is the AC unit. The advantage is the result of that feature. So what's the result of that feature? Well, it cools the car or the vehicle, so that's the advantage. So the benefit to you personally, if you're looking to buy this car, if it's a great AC unit, is that now you can drive around in the hot Florida sun, and as you're driving, it's going to cool you very quickly. Or if you go out to the beach, you'll be able to hop into that car and just cool yourself down. So that's the benefit. So the whole reason or the purchase that we make is really due to the benefit. Now, there's one other level or tier, an emotional connection that people still purchase for, and that is pain. A lot of people will purchase things based on because it's painful or it relieves pain. So if you can actually trigger the pain concept, then this is actually even more powerful than the benefit. So keep in mind, when you're focused on writing these headlines, remember features, advantage, benefits, and pain. And the most important one, if you can trigger it, is that pain one. But really, your end goal is to focus on the benefit because people buy things based on how it benefits them. So let's go ahead and come up with a headline formula, and then we'll dissect that headline, and then I'll do one or two examples for it. So the first headline I'm going to come up with is we're just going to use some of these trigger words, add in the benefit here in a little bit, and then we're going to mix and match things around. And the one that I'm going to use is something related to the weight loss industry because it's a powerful industry, something about health. So let's come up with a headline for that. All right, so here's a basic headline that I came up with. Lose 20 pounds without working out. So what did I do here? Well, I basically used these words in order to come up and construct this headline. So lose, right here, we took one of these words, that's a loss. Anytime there's a loss, there's something emotional. We took without, and then working out is a trigger that some people don't want to do. Now, unfortunately, lose 20 pounds without working out is kind of like a spec sheet or more of an advantage. What is the benefit? So when you start thinking about benefits, you start adding things in. And one of the best ways I found that it works in order to create a headline is to start using and coming up with a little phrase right after your initial headline. So lose 20 pounds without working out, and then what's the benefit as I start thinking about that? So remember these words. It's so that, okay, so if you remember this construct right here, it's going to allow you to start thinking about the benefits. So that you lose 20 pounds without working out, so that you can look great. Lose 20 pounds without working out so that you can look great in a swimsuit. So now that's a benefit. Now I understand what is it or why do I want to lose 20 pounds. It's so I can look great in a swimsuit. Now it depends if you're targeting a female audience, if you're targeting a male audience, and if you're targeting a female audience, of course, instead of a swimsuit, you may say bikini, because you start getting more emotional. So all of these features, advantages, and benefit and pain, these, as you continue to move down the line right here, they become more and more emotional. So the closer you can get to connecting with that buyer, with that prospect, with that reader, it's more emotional. So if we can get more emotional, you can look great in a swimsuit. If we're targeting a female audience, it might be a bikini. If you're targeting maybe a male demographic, what's more emotional than looking great in a swimsuit? Maybe instead of looking great in a swimsuit, what's the point of looking great in a swimsuit? So I start thinking and layering these down. So instead of looking great in a swimsuit, what I may do is instead, I may do a whole nother construct on this headline. So here what I've done is now so that you can get more dates. Imagine a guy who wants to look good in a swimsuit because he wants to get more dates. That's more emotional and that's a deeper connection. Now remember about these trigger words. The whole point behind these trigger words is to connect. And the deeper you can make that connection, the emotional connection, such as if you talk about an animal, if you talk about something like a cat, so if we talk about a cat, what's more emotional than a cat? Well, a cat, that's, let's say, a mountain lion, okay? That's even more emotional. If I said cat, it's nowhere near as emotional or fearful or frightful as a mountain lion. What if I simply just said animal? Animal is very vague. It's not as specific. So think about the specificity. If we said animal, not very specific. If I said cat, more specific. Now you start to understand. But if I say a mountain lion, oh, now that's starting to register and it's becoming more emotional. We're starting to hit that benefit, or even for some people, a pain trigger, something that could even be scary or frightful. So how do I even get this even further? So you continue taking this construct even further. So what's even more emotional than something like dates? Well, it could be lose 20 pounds without working out so that you can get laid. For a male, this would be much deeper connection because now all of a sudden we went from a swimsuit to dates to getting laid. And if we really want to take this connection even deeper, remember, animal, cat, mountain lion, how do we connect it even further? We use an even deeper trigger words. So you use highly emotional trigger words. You can have more sex. So sex is a key trigger word. It's highly emotional. It's, oh, wow, he said the word sex. So now it becomes a little bit more taboo to say, but it gets the attention of people. So notice how we took this initial construct of these trigger words of lose 20 pounds without working out. We added the so that you can look great in a swimsuit. We took it deeper, get more dates, you can get laid, or you can have more sex. Now you can take this even deeper and start mixing these things in. So let me share with you how that really works. So what we can do is take something like social proof over here and then add things in. So if we use social proof, you could say so that you can have more sex just like, and then mention a famous person that is a celebrity or resonates or relates to this industry. Or lose 20 pounds without working out so that you can look great in a swimsuit just like, and then again, fill in a fitness celebrity or someone that really looks great in a swimsuit. Now you can also add in fast. So fast or urgency. Lose 20 pounds. And then in here, what we may do is write in, let's say, 4 days without working out, so that, and then take your pick. So that's how you can come up and create a construct for a really powerful headline. Now you can use these headlines in anything that you do. Use them in subject lines, use them in video calls to action at the end, use them in your blogs to come up with blog ideas. And really, that's where you can really start to mix and match things. So let me do one more example for you, so that way you get a little more practice in another industry or another niche. All right, so here's another headline formula that I came up with. Improve your golf swing in 24 hours. So as we start moving into all these trigger words and start looking at it, so improve your golf swing in 24 hours. So 24 hours applies to urgency. That is a fast urgency, right? Improve your golf swing in 24 hours. But we don't really have a benefit. This is kind of a feature or maybe an advantage. But really, it comes down to what's the benefit, okay? Or how do we trigger even pain? So the benefit could be, again, we think about the so that, okay, so that, right here, so that, improve your golf swing in 24 hours so that, okay, so now what I've done is improve your golf swing in 24 hours so that you can win more tournaments. So instead of always using so that, what we can do is actually change this to the word and. So, and you can win more tournaments. So you can mix and match this construction, or you can even flip this around. Win more golf tournaments in 24 hours by just improving your golf swing. Okay, you see how that works is I'm just flipping things around. Now, if I wanted to add in social proof, you could add in a famous celebrity. So now improve your golf swing in 24 hours so that you can win more tournaments just like Tiger Woods. Okay, so these are hitting some of the benefits, but how do I trigger a pain? Well, you have to think about what is it that people are struggling with. What are they in pain with? Sometimes it could be an emotional pain. It could be a pain that they're constantly losing so that you don't feel depressed. Sometimes it could be a back pain. So it could be, so here it is. Improve your golf swing in 24 hours so that you don't have any more joint pain. So you can see how now I'm targeting the pain element when I'm talking about whether this is a book and I'm selling a book. It could be a video program. Whatever it is, it could be just a magic pill. It could be something that helps this golf swing. So whatever it is, that's what you're doing, is you're constructing something to relate to the emotional point, the benefit, the pain. Okay. Now, again, you can take this further. You can take the joint pain even further so that you don't have chronic joint pain. There's a lot of deeper areas that you can continue to dig deeper into this and continue to use some of these words. Now, what you don't want to do is overcomplicate this structure and just add in a whole bunch of trigger words because it's going to be apparent. Instead, keep it simple and to the point, but you can see how you can rearrange these things and target those benefits, target those pains simply by using these triggers. And remember, it simply comes down to moving that emotional value level and continuing to raise it up. So you continue to make it more and more specific. So the goal here is specificity. It's also about emotions. And because of these two, it allows you to also hit the benefit. And you can do so by using these trigger words. So if you have trouble remembering this, simply remember B-E-S-T. So now you have best. B-E-S-T. So that's really what you're doing when you're coming up with your headlines, with your formulas. It'll really allow you to come up with some killer headlines for your business, whether that's in videos, whether that's in your blogs, whether that's in your closing statements. Is focusing, specificity, targeting the emotions. What's the benefit, or hitting those pain triggers with these different trigger words. So the better that you can use all these elements within your headline formulas, the more conversions you'll get off of your blog, off of your website, or getting people to open up your email. So that's really how you go about constructing a powerful headline formula that really starts to convert people and really connects with them. So thank you for joining me in this video, and if you found this video to be helpful, I hope you continue to use these headline formulas in the way that you can construct them in all your other areas of your business. Now, if you want to see other training videos such as this one, go ahead, hit this button right up here, and when you get there, enter your name and email address, and I'll be able to send you future videos as they are released absolutely free. Now, if you want to see some of the courses or the books that I have available, then just click the button right below this video and you'll be taken to that page. Thanks again for joining me. Remember to do what you love, contribute to others, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you in the next lesson.